6 federal badges, 6 doors they chose not to knock on. It wasn't a failure of the map, it was a decision. A deliberate space of silence in the desert. You're about to look past the boundary. There's a wire fence cutting through the dust off a broken highway that the locals don't trust. 7,000 acres where the wind doesn't blow, protected by the people who were paid not to know. She was barely 15 when the private jet landed, promised a future but completely abandoned, locked in a room with a mirror and a ghost in the quietest place on the New Mexico coast. Her name was Clara, she remembered the walls, she remembered the shadow in the marble halls. 7,000 acres, and they chose to look away. 7,000 acres, keeping secrets in the grave. They raided Manhattan, they searched the blue sea, but the ranch in the desert stayed quiet and free. A valley of girls who were waiting for the light, left completely alone in the permanent night. Elena arrived with a camera and a dream, a young videographer, or so it would seem. 3 years of returns to that house on the hill before she discovered the price of the bill. And the letters were sent to the offices in town with the dates and the names. As the tears trickled down, they archived the warnings, they filed the shame to protect the elite who were playing the game. They raided the island, they opened the vault, but the dirt in New Mexico was never at fault. 7,000 acres, and they chose to look away. 7,000 acres, keeping secrets in the grave. They raided Manhattan, they searched the blue sea, but the ranch in the desert stayed quiet and free. A valley of girls who were waiting for the light, left completely alone in the permanent night. Remember Tinkles and Ache? The courtroom was small, a secret arrangement behind a brick wall. 13 short months with a door left unlocked, while the victims who waited were silent and shocked. The prosecutor signed it, then climbed up the stairs, rewarded with power and cabinet chairs. His name was Acosta, the ink was still wet, a systemic protection we'll never forget. It took 20 years for the house to awake, to vote for the truths that they couldn't unmake. Virginia was young when the circle began, handed over like gold to a powerful man. She fought through the layers of lawyers and lies, looking straight in the cold, unprotecting eyes. She stood for the broken, she won the long fight, but in April 25, she walked into the light. She left us too early, before it was done, underneath the cold glare of the desert sun. 7,000 acres, and they chose to look away. 7,000 acres, keeping secrets in the grave. They raided Manhattan, they searched the blue sea. The ranch in the desert stayed quiet and free. Virginia is gone, betrayed to still loud, cutting straight through the fog of the billionaire crowd. 2 million pages still kept in the dark, the Department of Justice protecting the spark. She always said the silence was the biggest clue. Her name was Virginia, and she told it to you. The gate is still there, the ranch is still quiet, the names are still hidden. Behind the